Hello LeisureFit seniors, so good to see you all. Have missed you. Today I've put together a little workout that you can easily do at home, because mainly just using your body. We're going to be using a chair as well, and we've got a few little bits of equipment. We've got some cans of beans, some bottles of water, and some old tights, okay, for a little bit of stretch. We won't be using them a whole lot, but we will be using them, and you'll be surprised once you start looking around your home what you could use for fitness equipment. But anyway, today's mix is, just a whole body mobilization and just functional fitness, okay? So let's get moving. We're going to start off just walking on the spot, okay? And just notice when you land your feet down, can you do it quietly so you're not sort of thumping? And, let the arms just do whatever they want to do. Let them swing, don't sort of actively charge them around. Just see what happens. And if you've got a bit of space you can walk around in, by all means, walk around in that little bit of space that you've got. I've only got a very tiny little spot, otherwise I go out of focus. So I can only do little circles. And now, how about we go around the other way, wherever you're walking, and see how the scenery looks in this direction. And then walking on the spot, and then make yourself head your way to the back of your chair, okay? Now, just standing there on the spot, have your feet about as wide as your pelvis or your shoulders, but a good stable base of support, okay? Reach those arms out wide, and then press the palms down. Nice big lifting up, and pressing up. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. One more, breath in and breath out. Now, put the right hand in the middle of the chair, lift the left arm up, let your eyes watch it, open and take it back, and then sweep it back forward. So, breathing in, opening up, lowering back down. One more like that, reach and lift. And now the other side. Let your eyes watch that hand. So nice opening through those shoulders, okay? If you've been sitting around, letting your shoulders round forward, good way to open them up. Beautiful. Now let's try side in. So we're going to go over to the side. And now think of using these muscles here to rotate you and reach the arm down past the side of the chair. Breathe into your back and then come back up, lower down. So take the arm out to the side, do a side bend over, put the hand in the middle of the chair, push your bottom back as you're reaching forward. And come back up. Let's do that one more time to each side. So reach up, side bend it over, bottom goes back, head goes forward. Lift through your tummy to come back up, lower back down. Last one. Side bend, rotate. Beautiful. Now, interlace your fingers together and then put your hands behind your head if that's comfortable for you. If you can't do that, just sort of put your hands as near to that position as you can. Okay? Now, make sure your shoulders aren't up by your ears, let them rest down. Okay? Now, you're just going to side bend over. So make sure, so if you're bending to your left, that your right elbow is going up towards the ceiling. And you can really think about breathing into the space here. So we're just opening up those ribs. We can get a bit tight in there, especially if we're feeling a bit anxious about things. And then come back up. Or we're doing too much strong work, we can often get a bit tight through our chest. Over to the other side. Come back up. One more time. side to each side. Fantastic. Okay, let your arms come down. Now I'm just going to turn my chair around so it's a little bit easier for you to see. And I've got my fingers on the front of the chair. Make sure your chair, like you might have one that's got a higher back, that's great. This one's really a little bit low, but that's okay. You know, improvise. That's what we've got to do, improvise. So your fingers are there. It's not about, it's more just letting you know where you are as opposed to hanging on for dear life. Really think about using your legs for your balance, because that's what you're balancing on, are your legs. Okay, so you've got your fingers just lightly on the chair, and I want you to keep your heels down on the ground, and then just flex through your hips. So you're just taking your bottom back, just a little movement, okay, just tiny. See, just little, okay? It's only the very first part of it. It's not like trying to get your bottom down to the ground. But the most important thing is that you're flexing through here, okay? So I want you to do, those heels are staying down at the moment. I'm going to do a few more of these because we're waking up bottom, waking up those hips. Now, make it a little bit bigger. As you're making it bigger, let your elbows bend, okay? And you're letting your back round as well. You flex through your hip, flex through your elbows, and you're rounding your back. Okay. I was a little bit close to my chair, so let's move back a bit. And making sure you're starting the movement from the hip, that you're not starting from your elbow, okay? Now, we're going to add to this. But you can do what sort of speed feels good for you. The slower, the more challenging, okay? Now, this time as we come up, we're going to lift our heels. So we're going to go down, up, lift our heels. Down, up, lift our heels. And now when we come up, this is called rocket. Okay, so you're going down and then you come up into a straight line. So breathe in as you go down, out as you come up. So you're like a little rocket ship. Two more. I'm warming up, so I hope you are. Last one. And then let that rest down. Okay. So now, oh, I nearly forgot. Rocket gets quite exciting actually. We're going to keep on going. We're going to go down, and this time as we go up, we're going to open through our chest. And we'll go from one side to the other. So down, up, and open. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. If you're not too sure of your balance, or you can always just make it a little bit smaller. So one more to each side. Beautiful. Now, for the super tricksters, opposite leg. So let your eyes watch that hand. Breathe in on the down, out on the up. One more to each side. Beautiful. Okay, raring to go. All fired up like a little rocket. Right, so stand next to your chair. Or no, you can stand behind your chair. And you're going to shift the weight onto your left leg, okay? You can keep your hand on the chair, And then you're just going to take your right leg out to the side. But the idea is that you keep upright as you do that. The intention's not to tip over, okay? So you try to keep yourself upright. You don't have to have your hand on the chair, but it's a nice way for you to know where you are, okay? Now rest that down. Now pick it back up, and you're going to draw circles with that leg. So once again, the intention is to keep all this nice and stable, and then back around the other way. We're going for about 8 circles. I didn't actually count, so I might have quite not done that many, but around about 8 in either direction. And then land that down. Beautiful. Now, you will need to be at the side of the chair actually, because this next bit, still keeping stable, you're going to reach your leg forward, keep it on the ground, reach it forward, same level through here, and then just lift your foot and tap it. Lift and tap. It's not a big lift, okay, but we're helping get ourselves strong through this, our pelvis area. Now, sweep it back behind you, so your leg's on the ground still, but it's long, okay, it's long. Just a small movement, just a small lift, okay, so you're just lifting it up and tapping it down. And just watching, not doing this, okay, that you're staying stable. So hold as much as what you need to. But the leg that you're standing on is doing quite a bit of work, okay? And then rest that down. And now, reach your leg out long in front of you again. And then bend the knee up, so it's to 90. And then you're going to take it back behind you. Bring it forward and back behind you. Keeping yourself upright. Another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest it down, a little bit of active recovery. Walk around one way, and then you might even be happy enough to walk backwards all the way around to the other side of your chair. But only go backwards if you feel safe about going backwards. And we're going to draw that to this side. Okay, so nice stable waist to start with. And we're going to take the leg out to the side. And we're aiming to do about 8. Okay, so don't let it just flop down. And if you have a band, you could use a band as well if you wanted to, but it's really good just to start doing all this just with your body, so you can really feel what's going on. Now, little rest, mini break, and then lift it back up, take it out to the side, and you're doing those circles. So make sure you actually go back behind you, that it's not all in front of you, and it's not just the foot, that you think about circling from up in your hip. Now, if 8's too many, don't do 8, okay? Do as many as what feels good. If you don't feel good, don't do it. Movement is meant to be enjoyable, okay? Now, round the other way. So just watch it not flopping. Tummy supporting, legs supporting, inner thighs are working. And guess what? You're breathing. I hope so. Now rest that down. Now reach your leg in front of you. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Okay. 3 more of those. Fantastic. Now, little mini break again. Take it back behind you. Go sideways so you can see. It's just a little lift, okay? Just a little lift, because you don't want to crank into your back. You want this to do a bit of work, okay? This that likes to holiday. Right. And then you're bringing it forward again. Bring it forward, lift the knee up. And then you're keeping that same angle, okay? You take the knee back, bring it forward, back. So yeah, we're building strength around all our pelvis muscles, okay? Leg and butt, and belly. Beautiful. Land it down, sit yourself down, have a little break. Grab a quick drink if you need one. And just make sure you haven't gone slumped right back in your chair, that you're sitting at the front of your chair. And have your feet as wide as your pelvis, or as wide as your shoulders, okay? Now think of rolling back on those sit bones and rounding your back, and then rolling forward on them. Okay, so you're rolling back and you're rolling forward. So let these parts of your body, let your body round back, and then let your tummy be long as you're coming forward. Now, let's go side to side. So still keeping your feet on the ground. Okay, you're lifting up one side and then the other side. Now, put your hands on your knees. We're going to draw some circles. See if you can keep your arms straight. Okay? So I'm forcing you to find some movement through your spine. Let's go the other way. Mine needs it, so I'm sure yours needs it too. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Beautiful. Now, put the back of your hand on your forehead and your other hand on your lower back. So you like that. Okay. Keep your feet nice and flat. And just keep your eyes on the horizon. And you're just going to turn. And then you come back. So you're turning to the side, coming back. Okay, so you're turning through your ribs. Pelvis is stable, shoulders are stable. One more. And then let's switch that around. So that hand back, that one up. Make sure we haven't popped too much through here. We've still got some connection going on. And we're going to turn. Exhale out. Inhale back to center. So think of length through your spine. 2 more. Very handy for driving the car, to be able to turn and see what's behind you. Okay, now let's just do a couple of little gentle shoulder rolls, one way, and then back around the other way. And now, we are going to have a little play. Old pair of stockings. What can you do with an old pair of stockings? Wow. All sorts of things. But what we're going to do with them today, we're going to put them underneath. If you don't have an old pair of stockings, it does not matter. You can just do the movements with your hands or use one of the other hands. So, you're going to put the stocking in your hand. Okay? Your elbows at your side, the other hand can just rest there. Keep that elbow there, and you're just going to open out to the side. You can wrap that around your hand if that feels better. But I want you to think about your shoulder blade, okay? It's giving your arm support. So these exercises help all those tiny little muscles in your shoulder joint, your rotator cuff. Okay, so this is just a bit of, let's keep it working well type stuff. Two more. So this is called lateral rotation. Now, this next move, so if you're doing it without the band, you just keep your arm like that. So you can sort of think you're opening the gate, closing the gate. Same sort of thing, okay? Now, the next one is going to be abduction. So, your palms facing your tummy, elbows going out to the side. Okay? So you want to make sure you're not all hunchy up through here. You're supported through there. Your shoulder blade slides. Your elbow goes up. So if you want to use the band, pull it out, flex back in. And it can turn into the backhander. You pull it out and you open. Okay, so you take it to wherever you want to. I'm going to try the other side. So you take the band across, elbows at your side, you're opening and you're closing. So you're just coming back to that front. So what's happening here is the arm bone's turning in the shoulder joint. Okay? And some of you might only be able to go that far. That's okay. So if you like, you just work in the range where it's stable, okay? So if you can put your fingers up here and don't let that shoulder press into your hand. If you find that you go back and you come forward like that, that's not helping you. Just work in the range where, you know, you can open freely too. They're only little muscles and they like a little bit of gentleness. Otherwise they want to hide. Okay, now let's turn that around. So we're going to do that abduction. It's like you're polishing your tummy. Okay, you take the band, straight wrist. So I think your shoulder blade moves towards your spine, elbow out to the side. So polishing your tummy. And just watch it not hunching up. Feet are still flat on the ground and you're not holding your breath. Okay? And then if you want to do that backhander, where you start the movement, you think that elbow out. 2 more. Last one. Fantastic. Okay, let's come back up to standing. So, we're back behind our chair. I'll go sideways. And you're just going to lift the heels up. And then you're going to lift the toes up. You're going to lift the heels up. And then you're going to lift the toes up. What are we doing this for? Because it's fun. Why else would we be doing it? We're lifting up, lowering down. And then just notice what else moves as you're doing that. So we're keeping the legs fairly straight, but you might find you need to start to flex a bit in your hip. So now this time, we're going to lower the heels down, flex through the hip. And then keep the heels down, push the hip back up. So keep the heels down, flex through the hip. 2 more like that. Last one. Now this time, we go down and we lift. Down and we lift. So hips get wide, hips narrow as they lift back up. Keep the shoulders relaxed. So we're helping, getting all of our joints doing their fair share of the work. 2 more. Last one. Okay. Now, stand beside your chair and you're going to step out and you step back in. This leg, it just stays still. So you step out and stay back in. And notice, do you do this? Or can you keep yourself centered? So I want to keep this foot flat on the ground. And you can do all this barefoot. Would be fantastic. Okay? Now, let's go down, out, down, up, in, out, down, up, in, out, down, up, in. You can stick with doing it like that, or you might like to go a bit faster, where you think down and out. down and out, down and out, down and out. So this leg is where the work's happening, okay? One more. Beautiful. Now, this leg's still going to stay still, but you're going to step back, step forward, step back, step forward. Okay? Now, think about bottom down, bottom up, bottom down, bottom up. So you're flexing through your hip. A few more. Now that foot that's going back, don't worry about getting the heel down. Go a bit deeper, think about this leg. Now, 2 more, and then we're going to alternate. Okay, so now we alternate. Out, in, back, in, out, in, back, in, out, in, back, in. One more. Hold it there. Great. And now you get to walk all the way around to the other side and see how that feels. Okay? So, this leg here is doing lots of work. Step out, bring it back in. And a little bit like before, in some ways, the slower, the harder. But just be really aware about this leg here, okay? At your base of support, that'll help you with your balance. Okay, so now we're going out, down, in, out, down, up, in, out, down, up, in. Keep going. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep telling yourself you're having fun. Because we're working all those big muscles in our pelvis and our legs. That's where our real strength is. Okay? And then remember, if you want to go a little bit faster, think down and out. Down and out. So you're flexing through your hip. Okay, now let's go back. So just start little. Know where you're going. Go through the gears. Hold the chair if you need to. Or you could be standing next to a wall. That's another good alternative. Okay? Getting warm. I'm getting warm. Now then start making it a bit bigger. So bottom down, bottom up, bottom down, bottom up. So keep your feet as wide as your hips. Keep that heel down on the ground. Okay? Don't want to put pressure into your knees. You need those knees. Need all your bits. That's why we're going to look after them, okay? So remember, if something doesn't feel right for you, don't do it, okay? Or don't keep on doing it in a way that it doesn't feel right. Pause and start again. All right. We're going to alternate. So we're going to go out, in, back, in, out, in, back, in, out, in, back, in. Last one. Fantastic. Okay. So, feeling a bit warmer? We'll put it into a bit more action now, okay? So, you're going to your monster. You're going to do your monster walks. I'm going to get this chair out of the way. I don't really need that anymore. So now what I want you to think is forward, forward, back, back. Or actually, let's drop down a little bit first. Forward, forward, back, back. Forward, forward, back, back. Forward, forward, back, back. Now, pause. Other leg gets to lead. Okay, so forward, forward, back, back. Now see if you can keep your butt down. And as you're going forward, heel, toe. Okay, as you're going back, toe, heel. Fantastic. Okay, now side step, side step, side step, stop. Well done. Side step, side step, side step, stop. You still breathing? Good. Side step, side step, side step, stop. Hold it here. For those of you who want more of a challenge, you can go down and up while we're stopping. Otherwise, just hold it. There we go. Side step, side step, side step, stop. And remember, those who want the extra challenge, down and up. Keep everything nice and calm and connected. And then land that down. Beautiful. Okay, so now our monsters are going backwards. Okay, so you're standing wide, start with, you're going to go back, back, forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward. Ah, you know what? I forgot to say it. But if you wanted to make this a little harder work, grab a couple of cans. Yeah, you can. Grab a couple of cans. And then, let's try that again. Other leg this time now though. Back, back, forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward. So for all of those, you could have been holding some cans if you wanted to. Okay. Now, if you feel like you need a little sit down, have a little sit down. Okay? By all means. And if you're sitting down, make sure you're not slouching back, but you're, feet under your knees, got a good base, okay? And your elbows are at your sides, and you're just doing some bicep curls. But if you don't want to sit down, you don't have to sit down, okay? But if you're going to stand up, let's have it so that you go to half sit down. You can be like that as you do your bicep curls. You choose. You do what one you want to do. Now let's do some singles. That's 3 for each side. How about another 3? Keep those elbows at the side. Oops, I lost count, can't remember. Never mind. Now, take those elbows back. If you need to come up, give yourself a little break, do that. Or if you're still sitting down, that's fine. So, get all this bottom half connected first. Take your elbows back, and then keep your elbows still. And you're just going to bend and extend your arm. It's fun. So feel that squeeze down the back of your arm, but also notice how your tummy has to work, bottom has to work, all that sort of stuff. And now, let's do some singles. Alternating singles. One more. Last one. Beautiful. Okay, so now that's all warmed up. We are going to, once again, you can be either sitting down or standing. Okay, you're going to have your, but if you're sitting, connect all the way through first of all. And you're floating your arms up like a big little Y. Okay? If you're standing, once again, drop your hips down a little bit. So making sure we're not suddenly arching through our back, okay? So lifting up, lowering back down. And then we'll go up to the sides. I think like there's hot air balloons underneath your armpits, and your arms are just floating up. Okay. Now, if a can's a little bit light, and you'd like something a little bit heavier, fill up a couple of bottles of your favourite beverage. Sparkling water. It's delicious. Okay? And if you get thirsty during your workout, you've got a handy little drink. Now, so that was a T. Now we're going to do a W. Okay, so think of squeezing your shoulder blades together and pulling your elbows back. So you could be doing all of this in sitting if you wanted to. If you're sitting, tilt yourself forward a bit. Okay? And now, let's put it all together. Oh, sorry, drop my bottom down. Y, T, W. Y, T, W. Y, T, W. Two more. And if it's easy, drop your bottom down a little bit lower. W. And then come back up. Okay. Now, keep those cans or bottles or just your hands on your legs. Push your bottom back and then push it forward. Okay, push it back. Roll it forward. So keep your heels on the ground. So press into your heels, push your bottom forward. Now, this time, we're just going to go a little way down. Bring your arms forward, and you're going to reach and pull. Reach and pull, like you're pulling a rope in. One more to each side, or you can do more if you want to do more, but we're just going to do one more to each side, and then come back up. And then little nod of the chin, and just let yourself be like a floppy rag doll. Let your arms be heavy, let your head be heavy. And now, make sure your feet are on the ground, and then just use your tummy muscles to lift you back up. Now, of course, if going down like that makes you a little bit dizzy, don't do that. Or, you could sit in your chair, and you don't need to hold anything in your hands, okay? Nobody needs to hold you if you don't want to. And you can just nod your chin, and just let yourself just flex over your legs. Let your arms hang, just let everything hang. Breathe into your back. And then pull your tailbone down towards the ground to lift you back up. All right, now you can stay and stand in if you wanted to, or you could be sitting in a chair. Reach your leg forward, fold over. Okay, so making sure bottom stays down, toes up, you're folding through your hip. Okay, so you're going to fold over and then just stay down there. Push your bum back. Don't let it creep up.